in life where we invite everyone we know. Weddings, the birth of a child, a graduation. But really, the people we know are always around us. We depend on each other to be healthy and safe. But not everyone has access to this kind of community. People who don't have a community are susceptible to isolation, oppression, abuse, and violence. Oasis builds communities to stop human trafficking around the world. In the US, our traffic-free communities work to end human trafficking one community at a time. People who are victims of human trafficking often have no one to support them. Joining a traffic-free community helps to pull these people back into reliable and stable community and help inform people who are at risk of trafficking, so that for the next generation, human trafficking is something they only read about in history books.
I'm here to kind of explore what Oasis does and how they help communities kind of reach out around them.
I'd like to start a traffic-free community in Compton. That's where I go to church.
I've always been aware of human trafficking, but it's always been on the other side of the world, Southeast Asia. And so it's quite revealing to know that it exists here as well. What I want to take away from today is just learning more about it to actually doing something about it.
To say it's modern day slavery.
They see the women walking down the street as prostitutes and that they are bad people, but these women have been trafficked.
Anyone who's below the age of 18, it's always trafficking. It's always illegal. Force, fraud, and coercion, that's also part of the legal definition. That's an international standard.
A set of people with the power to coerce, to manipulate, to force another set of people who do not have that power.
She went on to claim that this man wasn't actually her father, and she was willing to take the CWC team to the place where the other children were held. A rescue team comprising of social workers from Oasis, the police, and the camera crew then set off with Swapna, with the intention of rescuing the other children who were forced to beg by Swapna's alleged father.
The police have requested us on the information provided by Swapna to go out and rescue the other children whom Swapna says are also being forced to beg every day and give money to this man.
We walked through a couple of alleys to get to Swapna's house, which is a makeshift hut. We start looking for the children Swapna mentioned, but only find a lot of empty huts. Bright flashlights are turned on as we look inside each hut, but there's no sign of the children. Till one man standing nearby points us to the right huts.
We've rescued 7 children, all very, very young, and 5 women.
Thanks to Swapna, 7 children are rescued.
I had a dream where no one could see a future. I saw an opportunity to create change. Change in the community, and change in people's lives.
I was inspired by great leadership to become a good role model for my children and other women in my community.
Miehleketo ya mina leswi ni nga swi lavisa swona van'wani vana na va community va ve ni vatswari va vona.
Modimo o nkokeleditse malatsi a bophelo ngwana wa ka o tlhokofaletse ke mama hae ma go tlhokofetse ke lwala ke buile ko sa kgone le o tsamaya.
Seven years ago, I came and stood in a field here, and I dreamt about a school being built here. I remember dreaming about a restaurant that we might have, growing crops, youth clubs and children's clubs, and the interconnectedness of that with the school. All of that has come about. Here is the academy. We've got a wonderful restaurant. We run youth clubs. We have a children's centre, a nursery as part of that. We have a community church, gardening clubs, lots of activities because actually we grow together. And so the idea that became Oasis was the idea of building communities where people's needs at every level were being met in an interconnected way. We want to create a new sense of village, a new sense of belonging, and that's what a hub is.